Matt Bernier taking a look at the mandatory Rainbow Six payout out at Santa Anita on Saturday afternoon, races 5 through 10. It's going to be a wet affair. We're going to throw up my Ticketmaker play. You can also find it in the form for Saturday. Let's just leave the ticket up there. We're not going to go back and forth, and there's too many horses for me to go through this thing in its entirety. So all I'm going to do is give you a quick gloss over some of the A's and my thoughts on the sequence. This fifth race, 7/8 on the main track. I'm using every horse in some fashion, but really the A's are going to be the 5, the 7, the 8, and the 9. My real sort of piece with this race, I have to use Omaha Beach. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him. I think he's got some talent, but he's got to put it together. He's lost a number of races that he shouldn't have lost at this point in his career, and I don't know that he's actually improving. So I want to have a lot of coverage in this opening leg. That leads us into the sixth race, which is the second leg, and it happens to be the Robert Lewis. You can find the stakes preview over on video.drf.com or the Racing Forms YouTube channel. Lone A for me is the Lone Speed, Mucho Gusto. I think he goes to the front and says, come and catch me. The only backup I would use is Nolo Contesto. A little bit of a, I don't know if it's a smart move or not, but I'm going to just take the stand against Gunmetal Gray and say he's going to have too much to do, won't have the pace. I'm just going to throw him out. Go on to the seventh race of this card, the third race of the sequence. It's a maiden 30 claimer. The only A in here for me is the 5 Toby Time. I just think, this horse was 22-1 in the career debut. Calbred, maiden special weight, drops now into the open 30 level. Should at least benefit. Blinkers go on. Second time starter for Chuck Treese. Treese's barn's actually done okay through this early portion of the meeting. Use a couple of backups in this spot. I think the most intriguing alternative is the 2 Camzul, a first time starter for low profile connections, or fresh connections anyway. But you got a couple of nice workouts in this one's back pocket. Move on to the 8th race. This is another race for me that's going to be very spready. Main special weight race, 6.5 furlongs, 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's. The 5 and the 9 are the A's for me in this spot. My Mandate, I think, is probably the most likely winner of this race. Has some speed, has the experience. I think getting back to the main track should help this one's cause. I just found Young Philip a little bit interesting on the far outside for D'Amato and Heriberto Figueroa. You get the 5-pound bug aboard. Pedigree-wise, I think the sort of wet track shouldn't be an issue. Perhaps at the end of the day, he'll want more distance, but I do like the outside draw for first-time starters as opposed to a horse like Time Is Now down on the inside. I'm using him as a B for Mandela, but Mandela doesn't usually win first time out and breaking from the inside. That's never an easy thing with that shoot. Going to be going through that. So a couple different horses there in that race. We move on to the 9th race. It's the San Pasquale. It's a graded stakes race, 9 furlongs. Again, I'm only using 2 horses, 1A and 1B. It's as simple as I think McKenzie is far and away the most talented horse in the race. He's a lone A for me. Sure, who knows about the wet track? Who knows about the distance if this is ideal? But I still think at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the talent. Battle of Midway is my backup. I don't love this horse. Never have, never will. Don't love him as the distances get longer. Think he's probably better going shorter. But at the end of the day, he to me is kind of the alternative in this spot. If it's not McKenzie, it's probably Battle of Midway. And that gets us to the payoff leg. Hopefully we're all still alive. Non-winners of 2 lifetime claiming 12.5 level, 5.5 on the dirt. I'm going to use 2 A's and 3 B's in here. And again, the beautiful thing with Ticketmaker, you can mix and match. You can change things up depending on how you see fit. The 4 Das Bear, I think, is interesting. Coming down from Emerald. Haven't seen this one in a long, long time, since May of 2018. Broke the maiden that day for the $15,000 tag, but has some speed. I think that could go a long way in here. 8-1 on the morning line is a little bit interesting. And then the 10 Coyote. Coyote is just one of those horses that, look, 1 for 19 overall. It's very difficult to trust this horse, but drops to the lowest level of his career, now into the 12.5 non-2 from the 25 non-2. He has some early speed breaking from the outside. Rosario's aboard. I think Kristen Mulhall is a very underrated trainer. Coyote will be my other A in this spot, but again, I'm using 3 Bs as backup. So again, there's the ticket. You can see it goes a number of different ways. The sequence is 5 through 10. It's a mandatory payout of the jackpot pool. The difference this time around is you don't have to have the unique ticket. It's all going out. So you certainly want to get involved at some point. I think if you played this exact ticket, which I wouldn't recommend playing this exact ticket, make some changes, agreements, disagreements, whatever it is. It's a beautiful thing with Ticketmaker. I believe this is just a shade over $80, maybe $81, but usually I like to play more tickets with A's and B's and then an all A's, all B's kind of ticket. So there's going to be some mixing and matching that goes on. Then again, there's going to be scratches, there's going to be a wet track, and keep an eye on those first 4 races of the card and see What's the track doing? Is there an obvious bias? Is there anything that's going on that's a little bit kooky that you need to factor into this? Because again, you're looking at what's likely a very, very large pool. Races 5 through 10 at Santa Anita on Saturday afternoon. The Rainbow Six, it's all got to go. There's a giant carryover. Unless something crazy happens on Friday afternoon, it's all going to go out on Saturday afternoon. You're going to want to play this first post. Race number 5 at Santa Anita. First time, I should say. 2:23 Pacific. You get what I was trying to get at. Good luck.